Hey, Bruce Pardo here again with video 6 in our 9-part series on emotional mastery with heart fluency. So when we lose our balance, it's as if nothing can work right. And if we're riding our bikes and we lose our balance, we can fall to the ground and really hurt ourselves. Unfortunately, working with emotions can have this danger as well. So we talked about last week aligning with the unconditional, nourishing qualities of the heart and its ability to hold the emotional heart and meet any kind of emotional wounds or intensity in a way that leads to their healing and resolution. Now, the reality is that this is to hold space in this way, in a really safe and confident way, takes a sense of balance. There's actually an embodied feeling to that. There's a signature to that. And we talked about that a little bit as what does it feel like when we pull ourselves off the movie screen and we're in that observational orientation to our experience. But it can be really helpful to have a guide that can get in there with you and help you as you're getting that initial balance. And so this week is some tips for how you might be working with a guide or a practitioner. You know, it's interesting when we learn to ride a bike, it's an apt metaphor because maybe your parents or an adult helped hold the bike and wheel you around a little bit on it so you could feel like what it was like to be on the bike. Then there were training wheels, and then you could ride maybe on a flat, smooth surface, and then downhill and uphill a little bit until finally maybe you're able to ride the bike down a steep, rocky mountain trail. So in the same way, we want an engagement with a practitioner to be, in a way helping us find an initial balance that then leads to our competency and our empowerment to hold that balance for ourselves. And it's really, there was a really funny meditation teacher that I heard one time who said, as a meditation teacher, it's like we're driving instructors, except we're in a different car. Well, if you're working with a practitioner who's actually guiding you through the balance, it's kind of like they're getting in the car with you, and they can help you connect with what's nourishing and supportive in the moment, and then hold that so that you feel this balance, that as the intensity meets it, it flows through. It doesn't get stuck and it doesn't overwhelm those nourishing qualities and re-traumatize you. Once you get that feeling of balance, it's important. It's like, oh, this is how it works. And then it's important to test that out in lots of different conditions. So you want a practitioner that's going to be able to help you from a lot of different orientations. So this, of course, is something that we focus on deeply in heart fluency and in our trainings, but there's a lot of somatic healers out there, and you might be able to talk to your healer about how you could achieve these elements in your work with them. Now, next week, we're going to see how this model of the heart being like the sky holding the clouds, and how that's almost exactly identical to the way that a caring, loving adult in the real world would hold an upset or freaked out child. And doing this sort of humanizes and contextualizes and adds some other elements. So I know you're going to find it very interesting. Until that time, if you are working with a practitioner, please share with them what we've been covering and see how that can be integrated into the healing work that you're doing. Until then, thank you and many blessings. Bye-bye.